Now, before we move on to step 3, we just want to talk about how you go about timing the aid for asking your horse to transition from walk into canter. And that is because there is only one moment in the walk when you can ask the horse to change from walk to canter and for you to get the desired leading leg. So if you want the horse to go from walk to canter on the left rein and you want him to transition into left canter, then you only have one moment to do so. Now, if you remember, the walk is a 4-beat gait and all those 4 legs move individually. And remember also that the canter starts with the horse's outside hind leg. Therefore, when you are in the walk, you need to feel for when that horse's outside hind is in the air and when it's just about to come down onto the ground. Because the canter sequence starts with this outside hind leg. Therefore, you need to ask for that transition when that leg is coming down into the ground. Because this is that one moment when you can change that outside hind leg from a walk step into the first canter step. Now, if you can time that correctly, then you can guarantee yourself a clean and correct canter transition every single time. Now, eventually, you will just be able to feel when this moment is and you won't even have to think about it. You will instinctively know when to apply your canter aids. However, in the beginning, you need to take some time to analyse what it feels like when your horse's outside hind leg is in the air. Now, there are a couple of ways for you to do this. The first way is if you have arena mirrors. This is a big advantage because you can look in the mirror and you can watch your horse's outside hind leg. Now, another way of doing it is to have a helper on the ground. So you could literally just have someone there going now, 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 every time the horse lifts that hind leg. And finally, if you don't have a helper and you don't have mirrors, another way of doing it is you could simply place your outside hand at the top of your horse's bottom and you can feel when your horse's outside hind leg moves. Then what you need to do is you need to associate your horse moving his outside hind leg and see how it feels in your seat. You then need to tie the two together so that eventually you will know what he is doing with his outside hind leg without even looking, because you'll be able to feel it. Now, because of this one moment in the horse's walk sequence is such a small window of opportunity, it therefore follows that the horse must give you an instant reaction to the aids. Hence why we need to spend the time in step 1 of preparing the walk pace, making sure that the horse is attentive. Now, if when you are training, the horse strikes off on the incorrect leg, then that's either because you asked for the transition at the wrong time or that the horse was too slow to react. So what you need to do then is you need to calmly bring the horse back to walk again, adjust your aids and try again. Because in order for the horse to transition smoothly from walk into canter on the correct leading leg, he must do it when his outside hind leg is in the air, when it's coming down to the ground. That is the only moment in the walk sequence when you can transition the horse smoothly from walk into canter and have him cantering away on the correct leg.